nose, I feel like this is such a weird angle. Is it? My nose will not stop running. And I think it is because I can't stop crying. Like, I only stop crying for small periods of time. I think that might be why. I think I might have fucked my sinuses all up by sobbing for several days in a row. I don't really have a lot of time to sit here and talk because I have therapy and Dee has therapy, and we definitely need to get him breakfast before we leave. And for some fucking reason, washing my face and brushing my teeth took like 10 minutes this morning, and that's criminal. I don't know why it took so long. I think it's because I was like standing there kind of having an out-of-body experience. I swear I used a makeup remover. I don't care. I gotta do my skincare. Usually when I go to therapy, I put on a little bit of eyeliner and some eyebrows. I don't know if I can do that today. I cannot wake the fuck up. I cannot wake the fuck up. I literally like robotically sat up in bed. I kind of feel like I am sitting like the turtle guy. The Dana Carvey turtle guy. I kind of feel like him. I kind of look like the hash slinging slasher at this angle, not a hard word. I sat up in bed and I like chugged a 5-hour energy, and I made sure that I did it before I brushed my teeth because that shit tastes awful. When you first brush your teeth, I can hear Bub's bus here. He's not getting on the bus. I'm sorry. I'm dropping him off at school after therapy. We'll see you on Tuesday since there's no school on Monday. Thank God, 3-day weekend. EPSA's weekend starts today. And the boys have a 3-day weekend this week, and I'm so fucking ready for it. I really like this stuff, by the way. And I fucking, I better have, because of how expensive it was. I know to a lot of people, like $25 for skincare is not bad. For poor, it is. And I will say, it's something that I will rebuy, and I will like rebuy the name brand. And then when it comes time, after I've used all of this, I'm gonna buy it in the name brand too. Oh my God. That just sounds so bougie. 2 things that the total cost is $50. I will continue to use the Walmart brand of this shit. The Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 blah, 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 blah. And I will continue to buy these, even though I use too much of them. And so I know that the cost is going to start adding up. Guys, I don't really have time to be sitting here running my mouth. And yet I am. I really like these. Like these things. Honestly, I feel like you can go back in my video. I think that this side of my face has a deeper wrinkle on it than this side, because I mostly sleep on this side, so my face gets all smashed up. And I've had that wrinkle there for a really long time, and I lay down a lot. I know that's just a theory, and I'm kind of stupid, but I kind of am very dehydrated, so I feel like my body's kind of like scrunchy, like a bog mummy, and easy to shape, like clay. So I feel like that theory could be true. I feel like it could be. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try this. Well, I used it for a while. It's the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream. There is something going on under this eye, and I can't tell if it's like a popped blood vessel or like the new state of how I'm going to be existing. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe I just might be getting dark under eyes, which I've never had my whole life, which is wild because my sister has always had dark under eyes. Like, even when we were children, she had dark under eyes. So I think, I don't know, this right here, like, I don't know if you can see it, right here in particular, hurts. So part of me thinks it could be a popped blood vessel or something, particularly because I've been bawling my eyes out for days. But It also could just be that I'm 35. Could just be that I'm stressed as shit. I'm so excited for therapy today. Sometimes I go into therapy and I can't shut the fuck up. And then other times I go into therapy and I don't know what to talk about. So I'm just like telling him what's going on in my life. And then I'll be like, and yeah, I don't know what to say because nothing, happened. No episodes like of me being like super depressed or anxious, like more depressed or more anxious than usual or anything like that. But I'm sure he's been hearing it from his clients over the last couple of days, and I'm not going to be any exception to that. I'm trying to find a new angle for my camera, and I just feel like it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to work. I was about to freak out because I thought all around my eye was blue. I was like, oh my God, why, like, in my little mirror does it look like I got punched in the face? And then I remembered I had blue eyeshadow on last night. Hated it. I filmed myself playing with the NYX I Know That's Bright palette. I don't even know if I'm going to post it because I'm just completely and totally unenthusiastic about the look. I mean, I filmed it, so I just could, but and I filmed makeup videos before where I didn't really like what I did, but I have 2 videos filmed. Ooh, I have the shakes. That means doing my eyeliner is going to be hard. I filmed videos, like makeup videos and stuff before where I wasn't like entirely confident in it. And I thought like the catch of the video could be like me using makeup that I found while cleaning my room, which is exactly what I'm doing in the video. But like, I don't know. I like the vibe of the video, the flow of the video. I just don't like the final look. This is just gonna have to be what it is. We're gonna ignore how lopsided my eyeliner is. It was really hard to put it on, not only because I'm shaky, but also because my eyelids are like puffy. My eyelids are pretty puffy right now. It's just gonna have to be what it is. Don't look too hard. Oh wow, this is all that's left of my eyeliner after taking a nap. And I even used primer. A lot of times my eye makeup, especially, I look deranged, and that's fine because I feel deranged. A lot of times my eye makeup, especially my eyeliner, like stays a lot better when I have like a full face on or close to a full face. Like, I don't know if it's like the foundation and the concealer and the setting spray and everything, like also working with the primer. I don't know, but I have noticed that it really, like, honestly doesn't matter if I don't, or if I put on primer, if I just wear eyeliner with it, because it's like it doesn't set, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, it's been hours. It's really dark in here. Good Lord. I think I might get some cold cream for around my eyes, but I don't know. But also I feel like if I do, I've successfully been bullied into it. Don't ever let me push my hair back like that again. Ever. I just want to play Kirby. Oh my God, did you guys see? Oh my God. Oh my God. So if you've been here for a while, and by a while, I mean like longer than a year, I used to be obsessed with Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And I would literally play it like all the time, every fucking day. Like, I had to get rid of it because it was like consuming my life. Like, I would literally stay up so late playing it. They are getting rid of microtransactions, and now you can just like outright buy the game. I think it's like $10 or $11, and it has everything that the game has ever had available, that you can like earn the bells and stuff in the game to purchase. There's not going to be any microtransactions whatsoever. And when I tell you, bitch, as somebody that gets manic and throws caution to the wind, that is what gets me. I had to fucking delete Candy Crush because of that shit, because the temptation to do microtransactions, because I feel like they psychologically fucking torture you. They make these levels impossible to beat. So you're like, oh, I'll pay 99 cents to get 100 extra moves so I can just move on with the shit and move on with my life. It's so tempting. I got stuck on this level for like a week and I was like, they so badly want me to spend money. They so bad, like, fuck you people, and I deleted it. But isn't that cool? Like, they got rid of microtransactions and they're just gonna sell the game outright, and then like everything that they had is going to be there and you can get it, buy it, earn it, level up to it, and all that shit. That's so exciting. I might go back to it just because of that. Just because, like, I could rant about Stardew Valley until I'm fucking blue in the face. I worked my ass off for like a week to earn enough money to like unlock the bus station and unlock the desert, and which is part of the bus station, but to unlock all this shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I sold out to the man. And I started spending money instead of collecting shit all during the seasons so that I could unlock different things. I'm so fucking annoyed about the fact that you have to wait for the bus station to open up, spend 500 gold, and then you have to you get to the desert, and then it's like, I went down into the mines one time and I was like, fuck this. No. I just had to walk away. Like, I worked my ass off, like, to get the mine carts unlocked, and was like, no. And it's so wild because as somebody that's been playing Stardew for years, I have never focused on like completing the map. And the one time that I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I know that's not the full map. I know there's tons of stuff I still need to unlock. But I got so pissed off by how the only time I ever like the mine carts is whenever it's really late and I'm in the mine and I just going to take them back to the bus stop to get back to my house really quickly. But like, I'm so underwhelmed by so much shit that I worked so fucking hard to unlock. You know what I mean? Just days and days and days and days and days of grinding, and it feels like it's for nothing. And my dog, his name is Snooch. I got a little pop-up one time in the corner that says, Snooch loves you, and it made me cry, and sometimes I think about it, and it still does. My fucking dog keeps falling asleep in front of my door or in my bed and making it so I pass out in my living room. And the amount of times that little fucker gets in front of my garden gate so I can't get in or out of my garden, and I end up wasting hours and hours and hours of the day stuck. And honestly, if I was smart, which I'm not, while I'm playing the game, I would make a second entrance for it. I just don't, because I'm fucking stupid. I had to step away from it. Cult of the Lamb pissed me off because the endings suck. Stardew has pissed me off, and everything else can fuck off because it's all way too expensive. But anyways, what if I just bought Animal Crossing Pocket Camp? I used to be obsessed with it. Obsessed with it. Look at this. Pew, that's me. Diving face fucking first back into it. I'm really, really, really glad that I'm starting to feel better. In fact, I didn't realize that I was starting to feel a little bit better until I sat down yesterday to film myself doing my makeup, and I annoyed myself. I thought that I was really annoying. Anyways, I wanted to tell you guys a fun story about something that happened on Friday. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a trigger warning. So a while ago, I don't know. I feel like it was at the beginning of the year, but I don't know. I made the very bold statement to my gynecologist that I have PCOS. And he was like, what proof do you have? And I was like, oh, just the fact that I've always been told this by like every single gynecologist I've ever been to. And he's like, well, I don't believe it. So I'm going to send you to an RE, a reproductive endocrinologist. And I go and see her, and she was like, I'm going to send you through the ringer to find out why your body is acting the way that it is, only for me to go through hell. Guys, I have not been squeamish about getting blood work done since I started having babies. I was required to get so much fucking blood work done, including having to go to a cancer clinic and sit in the room with chemotherapy patients and not being warned before I went that maybe I should like make sure that I was extra clean and wear a mask because I was around people that were like immune compromised. Nobody warned me of that. She tried to get me to get an MRI, and like my insurance was like, she doesn't need one. Like, what are you on? Like all this different stuff, only to, you know, have my blood work come back that yes, I do have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Oh my God. Friday I get, because I'm supposed to have I was supposed to have an appointment with her on the 19th. So I think that's next week. It's like 9 days away. Yeah, it's 9 days away. It's next week. And I get a call from a person in her office, and they're like, hey, we're calling to cancel your appointment. And I was like, okay, cancel, not reschedule. And she was like, no, we're just going to cancel it. And guys, low-key, high-key, I was going to call 24 hours before my visit and cancel anyways, because I don't need an RE. She mostly works with people that are trying to get pregnant. And my tubes have been tied, fried, and laid to the side since I gave birth to D. They did it during my C-section. And I was like, I'm just curious, like, why? Like, why is she canceling the appointment and not rescheduling it? Which, even though I wasn't going to go to it anyway. And she was like, let me see here. And she gets to poking around. She's like, it's for non-compliance. And I was like, listen, I know I wasn't going to go, but I was still curious. And I also, like, don't want to appear, like, rude, even if I'm not trying to be. So I was like, could you, like, tell me what I was not compliant about? Because I did all the testing that she wanted me to do. And, like, my insurance denied me for an MRI, and I don't have the money to pay for one out of pocket. They are thousands of fucking dollars. You know what it was? Guys, I am 5'9.5", and I weigh 178 pounds. Is that technically overweight? Yes, but barely. I think the BMI is bullshit because according to the BMI, Epps is overweight and Epps is a bodybuilder. So anyways, according to the BMI, I'm overweight, whatever. She referred me to an obesity clinic that gives Wegovy and what's the other one with the M? Manjaro and stuff like that to people, and creates an exercise which you actually physically go to the clinic and do like bariatric exercise and work with a dietitian and stuff in preparation for weight loss surgery. And I said, no. It's a waste of their time. It is a waste of resources, and it is an unnecessary cost for me, like copays. I'm not going. And that was me being in non-compliance. So she dropped me as a patient. I mean, I guess she did the work for me. Guys, I'm having a lot of trouble eating. And I don't like to talk about it. I'm having a lot of trouble eating recently. And I feel like it would trigger the shit out of me. I do. And it's a waste of their time. It's an insult on people that is their profession. It's an insult to the other patients. It's a waste of time. So she dropped me as a patient. I mean, thanks, I guess. It just blew my fucking mind. I was like, okay. And the thing is, like, she only wanted to see me one more time and then never see me again. She was like, you're not going to be like a long-term patient for me. I just want to see you like one last time for a follow-up, and then I never have to see you again. I'm going to go, my annual with my gynecologist is always in January, sometimes in February, if they can't get me in. And what's really funny is the gynecologist that made me go to the RE that was like, I don't believe you. I got a letter in the mail telling me that he retired. He retired in September. So when I go back to get my annual, and it won't even be an annual, it will be an exam, because the new guidelines, at least in the US, are every 3 years. And it's only been in January, February, it'll have only been 2, but I'm still going to go and get like a physical. It's not even going to be the same doctor. So that's fine. That just blew my fucking mind. That just blew my mind. I also got a letter in the mail like a couple of weeks ago whenever I had to reschedule my appointment with my retina specialist. I'm trying not to laugh because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. I don't care about the endocrinologist dropping me because honestly, I literally the entire time that I was there, the entire time on the drive there, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is the most ridiculous thing. And it was all because I dared to ask for birth control, you know? I got a letter in the mail and I thought it was just because they had to reschedule my appointment. Like, it was supposed to be at the end of October, but they rescheduled it for the end of November because my specialist only comes into town, like, I think it's every Tuesday. They offered me one at the end of this month or like one or two. They had like 2 openings in January. And then I get a letter in the mail and I open it. And I had it for a long time and I didn't open it. And I thought it was just going to be a paper being like, oh, here's an appointment reminder for the appointment that we had to reschedule. No, it's a fucking letter from him saying that he's retiring. And that any appointments after January 1st, we have to go to his office. It's 2 hours away and he's done. And you know, the place that I go to see him at is like 7 minutes from the house. And every fucking time that I have gone to him, because Epps always has to drive me, I have to get my eyes dilated and all kinds of shit. Epps always has to drive me. And I've always said, oh my God, we're so lucky that he's so close, like that he travels this close. The office that he's going to be working out of, which is exclusively his, is 2 hours away. At least it's only once a year. At least it's only once a year. And it like literally enthuses in the letter, like you cannot, like you have to come and see me because there's no other specialists in the area and your eye disease can make you blind. So you can either drive the 2 hours to see me or potentially go blind. I about bawled, but also felt like very lucky that I just squeaked in right before he's leaving this area for good. Like, why does this keep happening? I'm like terrified that my psychiatrist is going to retire soon, but I think he's going to keep going for as long as he can. I think he's in his late 50s, which I guess 20 years ago was retiring age, not so much now. I'm hoping he keeps going as long as he possibly can. I have to remind myself that you spend the majority of your life being old. The dentist that Epps goes to see and I took D to see was my dentist when I was a little girl. And he was old when I was a little girl. And it doesn't look like he's aged a day this entire time. I'm 35. I remember going to him at like 4 and 5 years old because my mom only took me to the dentist when there was an emergency. When I had a toothache and the school was calling her, you need to get this shit fixed. So she would take me to him to get a tooth pulled. I don't think that he has aged a fucking day in 30 years. So it's hard for me to wrap my brain around the fact that like we spend the majority of our life being old and you really only are young for a very, very short period of time. You really are only young. That's why when people, like I've literally had people that are a little bit younger than me be like, how do you not feel old? I'm like, because 35 in the grand scheme of things is not that old. I mean, for a schizoaffective, it's beyond midlife, but still, I feel like a baby. At 35 years old, I feel simultaneously 7 and 13 and 75 and 35 and 27 and 12 and 35 and 50 and 8 and 90. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I know it's all over the place, but I had to edit out a big chunk of something. Like, it was just a needless rant that I've already talked about in several videos. But it's nothing that deep. It was just about the palette. I was going to ask you guys if I should post the makeup video because I started filming this vlog on like Friday or Saturday. Friday, because we had therapy. And I wasn't sure if I was going to post that video or not, but I went ahead and I did it, put a disclaimer in it, posted it anyway. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.